Hey, how's it going, everyone? So, I'm making this video just because I've seen a lot of discourse, or not discourse, but a lot of people not understanding the cycle of Monster Hunter on the internet lately, and I know that's a shocker, people not understanding something on the internet, but just wanted to, make a video on this. But I've seen an unfair comparison of Wilds to a lot of games prior to Wilds, like World and Rise and GU and stuff and such, that don't fully grasp the concept of how the Monster Hunter cycle goes. People are saying that we don't have that many monsters in Wilds compared to World and Rise and etc. But all those people are wrong. I think we're literally one monster off of having the exact same base roster as World. That's a very important key phrase. Base roster. Sure, World had a bunch of title updates that increased that number, so it looks like there's not as many. Because the first title update for World was Deviljho, and then they added a bunch of Arc Tempered stuff, and then Tempered stuff, and if you technically count those as different monsters, sure, but I don't personally, because I don't think they're classified as different monsters specifically. A different monster to me is like adding a monster like Deviljho. But yeah, that, and people would sit there and compare games with actual expansions to the difficulty of this game for some reason. Like, you can come off of Iceborne or Sunbreak and then cop into World and be like, or not World, and into Wilds, and then immediately be like, why is this game so easy, or why is this game so not hard? It's because you're coming off an experience of the expansion, the G rank equivalent, or Master rank as they call it now. So you're not used to being only in high rank. High rank is like the tutorial. This is what I say, and this is what I say a lot of other people say, is high rank is literally the tutorial of the game to prepare you for the expansion. What we will see in the expansion, I have no idea. I'm not really going to try to turn this into a, what I want to see in the expansion video, but just to touch on that real quick, I really hope we get variants, and since it was the 21st anniversary of Monster Hunter recently and they didn't do the GU equivalent for the West or whatever, I would have liked to see them do a GU equivalent for modern Monster Hunter, and by modern I mean 5th gen onward, but that's a completely different video. The point I'm trying to make is, this game, while it brings in a lot of people, it also brings in a lot of people that just don't understand how the cycle works. You get the game, you can complete it within, depending on your skill level, anywhere between 12 to, I don't know, 40 hours. I personally was done in 11, but I've been playing this game for 15 years. And you get these people, except for Jesus Here's Toast, who dies to the low rank Kazu and Rise and then complains and then quits, but you get these people who come in, say this game is too easy, and then say there's nothing to do in the end game. Which is another thing they don't understand, is that end game is not meant to be just hunting new monsters and get the bigger. You're not supposed to just go big game hunting and trying to hunt the bigger thing every single time. The end game of Monster Hunter has always been either talisman farming or more recently deco farming from World. The problem with this is that people don't know that, so then they go, oh, I beat Zoshia, or I beat Tempered Arcvale. Okay, I'm done. This game has no content afterwards. No. While it's become drastically easier to get your builds and, decos, talismans, whatever, monster parts, gems, that is still the end goal of this game. at least in the 6th generation. So I don't know. I don't really know how I'm gonna end this, but I'm just saying this game is literally being scrutinized by people who have no experience with Monster Hunter and are all a bunch of like FromSoft sheep who think the monsters are bosses and every boss, quote unquote boss before it, needs to be stronger than the one after. Or like I don't get it. I love what Monster Hunter has done and brought it to a wider audience, but I also hate the effect that FromSoft has had on the gaming community in general. But yeah, this is gonna be a shorter video, but yeah, those are just my thoughts on the whole discourse and people not understanding what Monster Hunter is, I guess. But yeah, if you have anything else to add, feel free to leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time.